Yo, what it is. We are at the Pop Park in Pop. Jesus. Well, this is off to a great start already. We're at the pop-up park in downtown Wichita, where they are now doing a formation and then getting ready to march. This is like the first protest since over the weekend. WPD made 2 arrests. I believe it was for unlawful assembly. 2 of the organizers of the protests on Saturday. Well, I guess Thursday, Friday, Saturday, but Saturday in specific was what the arrests were. So yeah, that's where this is now. Yeah, there's not really a sound up option when you're wearing a mask and have a cell phone. You got to turn your volume up. I can't turn mine up. I think they're going to start marching here in a minute, though. I don't know what the plan is either. I don't know if they're where are they marching to. I have no clue where they're marching to. I normally don't get any details whatsoever, and I just try and keep it that way. I just follow once I get there. And that's basically in all these sort of situations. So I don't know. I imagine we'll all find out together where the destination is here shortly.
Okay guys, we're ready for the rest of the marchers. So I can get into formation. You just go ahead and fill in the center.
I'm not really sure what WPD is going to do, because they did say over the weekend that they weren't going to allow blocking traffic anymore. I feel like it's not the plan to stay on the sidewalk, but also I have no clue what's going on though, so.
If one of the bikes wants to come to the front, please. One of the bikes come to the front.
Okay, perfect. Do I have a position? Or just keep up around? Yeah, man, great. Alright.
That was pretty cool, wasn't it? Tokyo Drift.
That nigga clean, bro. That nigga clean.
Okay. Why are we here? I'm sorry I'm tired because I was in jail. Woo! But anyway, we're here because the city isn't fucking listening to us when we say we want the police defunded. What does it mean to defund the police? It means that we want their power, we want their money. That guy's just so cool. But we want their power, we want their money, and we want it to go back into the hands of the people. We want it to go back into people like you and me, who are the ones who are affected by their brutality and their aggression and their intimidation and all their fucking bullshit. I know, it's just kind of like, I'm sorry I'm tired, I'm just like kind of tired of repeating it, huh? But we're going to do it again, and we're going to keep coming out again and again and again and again until they get it. Something I want to say. Be aware of who is around you at all times. We are only as fast as the slowest marcher, okay? So when we say stay together, tighten up, repeat that chant so that way we can know that everybody needs to stop and wait for the people in the back, okay? They're the most easy to pick off, and like as you saw last week, people were trying to run us over, people pulled their guns out on us, okay? And we should honestly come prepared to expect that same kind of energy every time, all right? So, if you see somebody accelerating and it doesn't look like they're going to stop, all right? What should we do? I don't know. Just like fucking move out of the way. Don't run. Walk if you can, but if you need to run, then run. I'm just saying. But be prepared to stay together, okay? We need to stay together. Last week, one of the main strategies that they were doing was going after people who were not in larger groups because they wanted to pick them off, because they wanted to hurt people, okay? We need to be prepared to defend ourselves and to defend each other, all right? If you get any hecklers, fucking ignore them, please. It doesn't matter, they're not worth fucking waiting and talking to. It doesn't fucking matter, okay? If you get anybody who's trying to escalate a situation with you, do not escalate the situation. One of the main things, what do we say, is that police escalate situations when they don't need to be escalated, and then people die, okay? And I'm just saying, in one of these circumstances, it's probably going to be one of us, all right? Do not let anybody escalate a situation that does not need to be escalated. Do not let anybody intimidate you. Fucking ignore them. That's the best thing you can do. Because what? If they shoot you in the back, if they punch you while your back's turned, that's on them. We've got the video. They're going to jail. People shouldn't be in jail. But fascists aren't people, so it doesn't matter. Good. I think we're about ready, aren't we? Let's go. We're going this way. Stay together. Stay lined up. Maintain the line. We're going to walk down this sidewalk. And I'm going to get on the side because white people should be in the front.
No justice.
No peace.
Into the streets to
Fuck the police.
No justice.
No peace.
Into the streets to
Fuck the police.
Into the streets. Into the streets.
Brandon, you're doing exactly what you said not to.
Move in, stay together, stay together.
What do we want?
justice.
When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Justice. When do we want it? Oh, cooler. What do we want? Justice. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Justice. When do we want it? Now. If we don't get it, shut it down. 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 No justice. No peace.
Looks like WPD's blocking off streets.
And he was having really bad PTSD, and his family called and asked for some help from the police, and they shot him, like in front of his whole family. Okay? His name is Icarus Randolph. You all need to learn not only the names of the people in other cities killed by police. Your city has a rich history of killing people. Your police department has a rich history of killing people. So we're going to say his name. Icarus Randolph. Say his name. Icarus Randolph. Say his name.
Icarus Randolph.
Say his name.
Icarus Randolph.
Say his name.
Icarus Randolph.
Say his name.
Icarus Randolph.
Say his name.
Icarus Randolph. Icarus Randolph. Icarus Randolph.
Stay together! Stay together, tighten up!
It looks like WPD is coming up on them today.
Stay together, tighten up!
I don't know.
Stay together!
Tighten up. Slow down. Stay together. Tighten up. Stay together. Tighten up. Stay together. Tighten up. Tighten up. Stay together. Tighten up. Slow the fuck down. Slowly, slowly. No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
No abolish the police. No justice.
No peace.
Abolish the police. No justice.
No peace. Abolish the police.
No justice.
No peace. Abolish the police.
No justice.
Cops are like moving up the street with the group. There's a couple squad cars and an SUV moving up the road with them.
If we don't do this,
No Trump, no KKK, no fascist USA. No Trump, no KKK, no fascist USA. No Trump,
No KKK, no fascist USA.
no Trump,
No KKK, no fascist USA.
no Trump,
No KKK, no fascist USA.
no Trump,
No KKK, no fascist USA.
no Trump.
No KKK, no fascist USA.
What do we want?
Justice!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Justice!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Justice! Yeah! Shut it down! Shut it down!
Shut it down! If we don't get it,
Shut it down!
if we don't get it,
Shut it down!
if we don't get it,
Shut it down!
what do we want?
Justice!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Justice!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
And Dane PD still moving up with them.
If we don't get it, if we don't get it, if we don't get it, no Trump, no KKK, no fascist USA. No Trump, no KKK, no fascist USA. No Trump, no KKK, no fascist USA. No Trump,
No KKK, no fascist USA!
Breonna Taylor, say her name.
Breonna Taylor!
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 Sandra Bland, say her name.
Sandra Bland!
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 George Floyd, say her name.
George Floyd!
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 Elijah McClain, say her name.
Elijah McClain!
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 Tony McCain, say her name. Say her name.
Tony McCain!
Say her name.
Tony McCain!
Say her name.
Tony McCain!
Sandra Bland, say her name.
Sandra Bland!
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 No Trump, no KKK, no
Fascist USA! No Trump! No KKK! No fascist USA!
no Trump,
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 No KKK! No fascist USA!
no Trump.
No KKK! No fascist USA!
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter!
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 No justice,
No peace!
abolish the police.
No justice! No peace! Abolish the police! No justice! No peace! Abolish the police!
No justice,
No peace! Abolish the police!
no justice.
No peace! Abolish the police!
What do we want?
Justice!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Justice!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Justice!
When do we want it?
Now!
If we don't get it,
Shut it down!
if we don't get it,
Shut it down!
if we don't get it,
Shut it down!
what do we want?
Justice!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Justice!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Justice!
When do we want it?
Now!
No justice,
No peace!
abolish the police. No justice,
No peace! Abolish the police!
no justice,
No peace! Abolish the police!
no justice.
No peace! Abolish the police!
Stay together, tighten up. Stay together, tighten up. louder, breathe. We want justice for the people. We are the people too. Say it louder, breathe. We want justice for the people. We are the people too. Say it louder, breathe. We want justice for the people. What? We are the people too. Say it louder, breathe. We want justice for the people. What? We are the people too. Say it louder, breathe. We want justice for the people. What? We are the people too. Say it louder, breathe. We want justice for the people. We are the people too. Say it loud and breathe. We want justice for the people. We are the people too. Say it loud and breathe. We want justice for the people. We are the people too. Say it loud and breathe. We want justice for the people. We are the people too. Say it loud and breathe. We want justice for the people. We are the people too. Say it loud and breathe. We want justice for the people. We are the people too. Say it loud and breathe. We want justice for the people. Say it loud and breathe. We want justice for the people.
Hey guys, I got a neat little chant for you. We're gonna try out courtesy of Bill Anderson on Facebook group. 1, 2, 3. Fuck the bourgeoisie.
Yes!
4, 5, 6. Fuck the bourgeoisie. 1, 2, 3. Fuck the bourgeoisie. 4, 5, 6. Fuck the bourgeoisie.
Bill, if you're on there, I think this is for you.
Fuck the bourgeoisie. 4, 5, 6. Fuck the bourgeoisie.
End the war on drugs. Abolish the cash bail system. Release nonviolent offenders. Stop arresting people on misdemeanor charges and probation violations. Feed our people in the county jail. Since August 1st, Sedgwick County Jail's kitchen has been shut down due to COVID. 59 inmates have been quarantined. They have been feeding them staffed lunches. They are people, not animals. No justice, no peace. Our people got peace. 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 No justice, no peace. Our people got peace.
Yeah, there's some WPD presence, but they're just kind of
Black Lives Matter.
following it behind.
Black Lives Matter.
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 No justice.
No peace.
Into the streets to fuck the police. No justice.
No peace. Into the streets to fuck the police.
No justice.
No peace. Into the streets to fuck the police.
No justice.
No peace. Into the streets to fuck the police.
No justice.
No peace.
Into the streets to fuck the police. No justice.
No peace. Into the streets to fuck the police.
No justice.
No peace. Into the streets to fuck the police.
No justice.
No peace. Into the streets to fuck the police.
No justice!
No peace. Into the streets to fuck the police.
No justice!
No peace. Into the streets to fuck the police. No peace. Into the streets to fuck the police. No peace. Into the streets to fuck the police.
No justice.
No peace. Into the streets to fuck the police. No peace. Into the streets to fuck the police.
All right, we're getting ready to march, guys. Just tighten up. What do we want? When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
If we don't get it,
Shut it down.
if we don't get it,
Shut it down.
if we don't get it,
Shut it down.
what do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
You're
What
good.
do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
If we don't get it,
Shut it down.
if we don't get it,
Shut it down.
if we don't get it,
Shut it down.
no justice,
No peace.
abolish the police. No justice,
No peace. Abolish the police.
no justice,
No peace. Abolish the police.
no justice,
No peace. Abolish the police.
no justice,
No peace. Abolish the police.
no justice,
No peace. Abolish the police.
no justice,
No peace. Abolish the police.
Stay together! Tighten up!
Tighten up. Tighten up. Tighten up.
Okay, we're good. Front line. We're good. Slow moving.
free Albert Wilson,
Free Albert Wilson. Free Albert Wilson.
Free Albert Wilson is a pretty good chant.
Free Albert
If you don't know who Albert Wilson is, look that up. That's in Lawrence, Kansas.
Free Albert Wilson. 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 Where's your wife? Where's your wife?
Stay in your front line.
Our streets. 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 Tighten up.
Now, I believe Albert has another trial starting this month. Don't quote me on that. That's something I need to get back into as well.
We're good. Carry on.
Whose streets?
Our streets.
How much money did they just spend on the fleet? Like $900,000.
Aren't real! Aren't real!
Blue lights
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 Aren't real!
Fuck the abolish the defund the eliminate the get rid of the destroy
We don't want to see
Yo! 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 I know it's not the most sanitary thing, but if we can get you some hand sanitizer and y'all can link up so you stop getting separated.
We take the mic away from Deb.
the collective.
Let's carry on. Just match the pace of this. Not go faster
He's been
than
doing fantastic. He's the only one that's been paying attention.
Let's carry on. If we're ready, are we ready? Ready? Good. Let's carry on. Whose streets? Whose streets?
Our streets!
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 Whose streets?
Our streets! Hello? Yo, 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 what's up? Sorry, my phone went on airplane mode and then I took it off my car.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, fuck 12!
Hey! Do you want this?
A white person. Simon took his shield from his brother right here. I'm dead ass.
I would restart it. Alright, yeah. I restarted it. It should be outside. I mean, I'm
No justice!
No peace!
No justice!
No peace!
No justice!
No peace!
No racist! No racist!
You have a deep voice. You're good. You can just
You're all right. You're all right. Yeah, you can probably just yell.
No justice!
No peace!
No justice!
No peace!
No justice!
No peace!
No racist!
Police!
No racist!
Police!
No justice!
No peace!
No racist!
Police!
No KKK, no fascist USA. No Trump. 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 No KKK, no fascist
Black Lives Matter flag all the
Black
way up
Lives
there.
Matter!
Black Lives Matter!
Black Lives Matter!
Okay, guys, you ready to move? Carry on. Slow moving front line, slow moving. A leisurely stroll. Have your head.
No justice!
No peace!
Into the streets to fuck the police! No justice!
No peace!
Into the streets to fuck the police! No justice!
No peace!
Into the streets to fuck the police! No justice!
No peace!
Into the streets to fuck the police! No justice!
No peace!
Into the streets to fuck the police! No justice!
No peace!
Into the streets to fuck the police! No peace! Into the streets to fuck the police! No justice!
No peace!
Into the streets to fuck the police!
No justice! No peace!
Hey, stay together! Tighten up! Stay together! I like that shoe. Those are the Papermans? Hell yeah. Those are the Papermans?
Okay, we're good to go. Slow moving front line.
I've seen them over there.
Slow moving.
Thank you. Can we move slower, front line? You don't need to come to complete stop. Just move a tad bit slower. That's all. Creep along. Creep along. Yeah. I'm gonna stop. We just keep going, but slower this time. Why? What did he say? Oh, I got it. Remove Robert Layton! 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 Tell him, say remove Robert Layton! Robert Layton! Remove Robert Layton! Remove Robert Layton! We are the people too! Say it louder, free! We want justice for the people, one! We are the people too! Say it louder, free! We want justice for the people, one! We are the people too! Say it louder, free! We want justice for the people! We are the people too! I'm sorry, louder, free! We want justice for the people! We are the people too! Say it louder, free! We want justice for the people!
You're the local
Say
newspaper.
it louder, free! We want justice for the people!
Yeah, for sure. You have a good night. That little old lady was super sweet. I almost wonder if they're going back to the roundabout. They're still staying pretty close behind them.
Stay together! Tighten up! Okay, we're good, front line. We're good.
Michael Brown!
Michael Brown! Michael Brown! Michael Brown!
Breonna Taylor!
Breonna Taylor! Breonna Taylor! Breonna Taylor! Breonna Taylor! Sandra Bland! Sandra Bland! Sandra Bland! Sandra Bland! Sandra Bland!
No justice!
No peace! Stay together! Stay up! Okay, we're good. We're good. Keep moving.
Keep
Slow
moving.
Slow moving. Hey, hey. Oh, oh. Racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey. Oh, oh. Racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey. Oh, oh. Racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey. Oh, oh. Racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey. Oh, oh. Racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey. Oh, oh. These racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey. Oh, oh. These racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey. Oh, oh. These racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey. Oh, oh. These racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey. Oh, oh. These racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey. Oh, oh. These racist cops have got to go.
Samir Rice, say his name.
Samir Rice.
Good job.
Danny, you have a shield. You should be there for one, my dude.
Same day.
Say his name!
Andrew Fish.
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 Same day.
Andrew Fish.
Same day.
Andrew Fish.
Same day.
Andrew Fish.
George Floyd. Same day.
George Floyd.
Same day.
George Floyd.
Same day.
George Floyd.
Same day.
George Floyd.
Same day.
George Floyd.
Same day.
George Floyd.
Same day.
George Floyd.
Breonna Taylor. Same day.
Breonna Taylor.
Same day.
Breonna Taylor.
Same day.
Breonna Taylor.
Same
That's
day.
around the
Breonna Taylor.
Same day.
Breonna Taylor.
Same day.
Breonna Taylor.
Same day. Slow down.
Breonna Taylor.
Same day.
Breonna Taylor.
Say her name!
Breonna Taylor.
Say her name!
Breonna Taylor.
Say her name!
Breonna Taylor.
McClain. Same day.
Elijah McClain.
Same day.
Elijah McClain.
Same day.
Elijah McClain.
Same day.
Elijah McClain.
Same day.
Elijah McClain.
Same day.
Elijah McClain.
Same day.
Elijah McClain.
Same day.
Elijah McClain.
Same day.
Elijah McClain.
Same day.
Elijah McClain.
Same day.
Elijah McClain.
What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Justice!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
If we don't get it,
Shut it down.
if we don't get it,
Shut it down.
if we don't get it,
Shut it down!
if we don't get it,
Shut it down!
what do we want?
Justice!
Slow down, guys.
Now.
What do we want?
Justice!
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
If we don't get it,
Shut it down.
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 no Trump,
No KKK, no fascist USA. No Trump. No KKK, no fascist USA.
no Trump,
No KKK, no fascist USA. No Trump. No KKK, no fascist USA. No Trump. No KKK, no fascist USA. No Trump. No KKK, no fascist USA.
No Trump! No KKK! No fascist USA! No Trump! No fascist USA!
No KKK, no fascist USA.
front line, keep it together.
Stay together, tighten up.
Stay together, tighten up. Stay together, tighten up.
Slow down, guys.
Well, front line, slow down a little bit.
Stay in line, please.
Let's go.
2 Street
hear it. Shut it down. No justice. No peace. Abolish the police. 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 No justice.
No peace.
Abolish the police. No justice.
No peace.
Abolish the police. No Trump.
No KKK, no fascist USA.
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 No Trump.
No KKK, no fascist
USA. No Trump.
No KKK, no fascist USA. No Trump.
No KKK, no fascist USA.
No Trump.
No KKK, no fascist USA.
No Trump.
No KKK, no fascist USA.
No Trump.
No KKK, no fascist USA.
What do we want?
Yeah, this all shit.
When do we want it?
This all
What do we
shit.
want? When do we want it?
This all shit.
What do we want? Who streets? Who streets? Who streets? Who streets? What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? If we don't get it, if we don't get it, if we don't get it, we don't get it. What do we want? When do we want it?
Hey man, this all shit.
Amen. This our shit. Oh, don't get in the street. We just don't have the preparation for that tonight. But we're just gonna stand here. We're just gonna talk for a minute. Where's my phone at? Are you getting on, Mark? Okay.
Hey.
Yeah? Who?
Hey, tell me what it's doing.
Who streets?
No,
Our streets!
Who streets?
Our streets!
When we say that shit, we really fucking mean it. Like, these are our streets. These these are our officers, and they're killing us. And we pay them with our fucking taxpayer dollars to shoot us and kill us and beat us up and kill our family and our friends and terrorize our fucking neighborhoods. We're not out here for no fucking reason. We're out here because we have demands. And your phone locked. So I'm going to read those demands. Our demands, particularly of the WPD, the City of Wichita, and the Kansas State Legislature, are as follows. We demand the immediate reallocation of funding from the Wichita Police Department to the communities they have destroyed as a result of over-policing. The city is in a budget crisis, and whereas money has been stripped from libraries, community resources, housing, and education, the WPD's budget has increased by over $20 million in the last 10 years.
Hey, fuck that!
Of the 2020 to 2021 fiscal year budget for the city of Wichita, $624 million was allocated. Of this $624 million, the WPD collected $94 million. This is about 15% of the overall budget. And that year it has been, approved. They have recommended that it be increased to $99 million. The money previously allocated to WPD must be used to benefit the Wichita community by ways of social services, public assistance, housing for the homeless, and those who are housing insecure, domestic violence and sexual assault intervention programs, drug and alcohol rehabilitation, and public recreation. The city of Wichita must appropriate a council or special group to find non-policing alternatives to the problems that our citizens face, such as social work, community and volunteer-based groups that can respond to community struggles and problems that officers aren't needed for. This should be a gradual reduction of funds until the Wichita Police Department is no longer extant. We demand the following first steps: that the WPD hire no new officers, that the WPD cut the salaries of current officers and reduce staff, and individual officers must be held liable for wrongful injuries and deaths. Settlements must come from out of individual officers' salaries and pensions. We demand that the WPD reduce its budget by 20% every year until it ceases to exist. A lot of people ask, what will replace the police? I had somebody ask me on Twitter today if we planned on replacing the police with mob rule. That guy was an asshole.
Tell him suck a dick.
But no, we should replace the police with people like us. It should be people like us who control and provide public safety to our own neighborhoods. It should be people you see every day, people who live next to you. Do you think you're gonna fucking shoot your neighbor down if you have to look at their family the next day? No. But instead we have these fucking cops coming from College Hill and Andover and Mays coming to fucking police 67214. Alright, the blackest area of this fucking city. And we've got white cops who don't know the culture, don't know the people coming in there and doing what the fuck they want. Not acceptable. It's locked again. Our next demand. We demand that laws and policies that criminalize poverty repealed. The cause of crime is not the inherent criminality of people who occupy our prisons. Overwhelmingly, data has shown us that prisons are populated by those who lack educational opportunities or were shut out of our economy prior to incarceration. In order to ensure a future without police and mass incarceration, we must ensure a future without poverty. Those affected by homelessness, mental illness, drug addiction, and lack of economic opportunity must not be funneled into our prison system. They must be given resources to prevent them from entering the poverty to prison cycle in the first place. The policy changes in question must include but are not limited to the decriminalization of sex work, the decriminalization of all drugs and steps towards the legalization of marijuana, prioritization of housing first initiatives for the homeless and those who are housing insecure, and a moratorium on rent and mortgages for the duration of the COVID-19 pandemic. 37% of Kansas will be evicted during this pandemic, or have already been. Romy, what's the stat? I don't know. Anyway, whatever it is. But there's a lot of people who are about to be on these streets. And with an increased budget for the police, people who are already preyed on by the police, people who are already homeless, people who are already black, people who are already 5 times as likely to suffer from this disease, people who are already 6 times as likely to be killed by the police will be pushed out onto the streets and will only be further exposed to that violence. So we gotta stop it. We demand that steps be taken to end the school-to-prison pipeline. Just as black people are overrepresented in our nation's prisons, black children are overrepresented in disciplinary actions taken against them in schools. In fact, in USD 259, black children made up only 18% of K-12 enrollment for the 2010 to 2011 school year, yet accounted for 22% of in-school suspensions, 25.6% of out-of-school suspensions, and 34% of expulsions. Black and brown students of the Wichita area should not be criminalized for coming from low-income families or having less than ideal home lives. We should take every opportunity to uplift underprivileged students in USD 259 and in school districts in surrounding areas. We demand the following changes in our public school system. The removal of police officers and military recruiters from USD 259. The abolition of zero-tolerance policies in schools. Abolition of truancy laws. We demand the revision or repeal of Kansas Code Chapter 75, Article 61 of the Kansas Tort Claims Act, which states that government entities, rather than if their employers, are liable for wrongdoing committed while acting in their official capacity. Our taxpayer dollars should not be used to pay the settlements of those harmed by police brutality. As a part of holding officers accountable when they commit acts of violence against innocent citizens, the state law that shields government officials from being individually sued must be ended. If you don't know, the city of Wichita, our city manager, Robert Layton, has already paid a lawyer over $400,000 to defend Officer Justin Rapp, who killed Andrew Finch. ass in jail. Not that people should be thrown in jail. Transformative justice, everybody. But we could.
He should just be executed.
No, not the death penalty. That's a different conversation. We demand the renegotiation of the contract between the City of Wichita and the Fraternal Order of Police. The current contract between the city and the FOP is an antithetical to transparency between the WPD and the public, especially in regards to police misconduct, investigations, and disciplinary action. While the WPD still exists, we demand their full accountability to the public without the mitigating interference of police union contracts. We demand greater transparency between police departments and the public. An officer's disciplinary history should be considered public information. Additionally, a database and registry for officers who have committed acts of violence against citizens must be created and publicized. And officers who are fired for excessive use of force must be prohibited from applying for jobs or becoming officers on the police force of other cities and precincts. We demand the abolition of the good old boy system. Currently, there is an unspoken code of fraternity in law enforcement leading all the way up to city officials and council members. I'm talking about Robert Layton, the city manager. He, if you do not know, he is the man with the real power. He makes the budget. He makes the budget. He controls the police. He is the one who decides when somebody gets arrested or when somebody is fired and all that other shit. He has the real control. I totally feel you calling for Brandon Whipple and Gordon Ramsay's recall or what the fuck ever. Like, you know, whatever. That's cool. But the real person y'all need to be aware of and research and look into is Robert Layton. One more time. And we were at his house yesterday and we're going to be there again. He was on vacation. I didn't know. Finally, we demand the demilitarization of the WPD. We cannot address police brutality and its ill effects on our community without addressing the overwhelming militarization of our police department. It is no doubt that the militarization of the WPD contributed to the murder of innocent Andrew Finch by WPD in December 2017's fatal swatting incident, where WPD officers swarmed Finch's house in full tactical gear and shot him through the heart in seconds. He was unarmed. Indeed, altogether, law enforcement agencies in Sedgwick County have received nearly $1 million in surplus military equipment. An image taken from and then I'm going to read this excerpt from the FOP contract. Article 15, working conditions and equipment. Practice ammunition. The city shall make available at its expense, at our expense, 600 rounds of ammunition each year for each employee covered by this agreement who is required regularly to carry a weapon in the line of duty for use by employees desiring to improve or maintain proficiency with their weapons. The city shall provide 4,800 rounds of submachine gun ammunition and 1,200 rounds of ammunition for each sniper rifle in the arsenal, and an additional 600 rounds of handgun ammunition for each member of the tactical team. Additionally, the city of Wichita, on June 2nd of this year, in the midst of a global pandemic that has, of June 29th, affected Well, I don't know. It's a lot more than that. It's a lot more than 1,000 now.
What's that?
How many people that COVID-19 has affected in this county? It's a lot more than that.
Right.
Anyway, this was written a while back. But it approved a $60,000 bid for new taser cartridges for the WPD. In June. This kind of flagrant spending on weapons when many of our residents are laid off, unemployed, and struggling to make ends meet due to the pandemic is unacceptable. We demand the WPD begin demilitarization immediately. We demand the reduction of police spending on weapons and military equipment and the complete cessation on weapons spending for the duration of the COVID-19 pandemic. As we have seen in situations across the country, most protests are peaceful until the police instigate violence. It is our constitutional right to assemble peaceably and protest. Thus, we demand the banning of the use of tear gas, pepper spray, and other chemical weapons, as well as rubber and foam bullets against crowd control. WPD also just spent $67,000 on riot gear. On riot gear that they used like once. Boo! I don't see no riot here. Why are you in riot gear?
Why are you in riot gear?
They're not right now, so we won't chance that. Anyway, y'all know I went to jail.
Oh, some bullshit.
Some bullshit. I went to jail for misdemeanor. Do you want to come up here and talk to? Me and 2 other protesters went to jail. I went to jail for misdemeanor unlawful assembly. So in the middle of a pandemic, that is turning our jail into a COVID-19 hotspot, they jailed me on a misdemeanor. Some fucking dumb shit. So, as you all know, we canceled the Saturday march. We were gonna march again on Saturday. And then they pulled up to our houses, and they stood outside of our houses for hours. Hours and hours and hours. God knows how fucking long they were there at my house. They started banging on my door at 4 p.m. And 3 officers were at my door in their uniforms in a marked car. And they said, "Don't you want to come outside?" And I was standing there with my phone like this and my hand sticking out of the door like, "Nah, I'm not going to come outside." And they were like, are you sure? You know, it's just COVID-19. I thought you might want to get some fresh air. And I was like, "Nah, I'd really rather stay here." And they said, "Are you sure? I think you should come outside." Obviously, they wanted to fucking arrest me. They did arrest me. Eventually, we're getting to that part. But yeah, they arrested me. And the police stayed for my house from 4 p.m. at least until midnight. That's when I went to bed. On the advice of our lawyer, we turned ourselves in the following day. And, yeah, when we got to jail, we were booked. It took for fucking ever. And then when we got into the holding cells, I don't know if y'all have ever been to jail, but it's fucking disgusting. It's filthy. Layers of filth just are coating the walls. It's thick. They never clean them. When we were in there, the women who were in there told us that this is how it always is. It's always like that. They never clean. They had swept that cell twice in 24 hours, and there was food and fucking toilet paper and trash just all over. It was sick. There were like 10 of us inside, like a 10-foot by 10-foot holding cell. It was disgusting. And when they fed us, they feed them 3 times a day at really weird times. So like lunch happens or breakfast happens at like 11:30, and lunch happens at like 3:30, and God knows when dinner happens. I wasn't there for that. Dinner happened at 8:30. Marissa was in a lot longer than me. But they gave us this food, these bologna sandwiches with mustard and a little shitty cake and some Kool-Aid. Let me tell you, the women in there say that the Kool-Aid gives you weird dreams. Like, I know it sounds funny, but they put something in the water that, I don't know, has some sort of effect on the prisoners. I did not drink that shit.
Don't drink Kool-Aid. We should know this by now. Other
Oh,
people
that's so
have used
disgusting. Say
Kool-Aid.
that.
Other people have used Kool-Aid. Don't.
I was told that the reason why the Kool-Aid at the jail tastes like absolute shit is because they just never thoroughly cleaned the big Gatorade thing that you see at like sports games. They just never clean it out. So yeah, that's why the Kool-Aid is gross. And they refuse to give you water because they say that you can get it from the disgusting sinks that they never clean. They also refuse to give out any hand sanitizer or soap to any of the inmates, but continue to sanitize their own cop desk. And I watched cops use hand sanitizer all day long, but wouldn't even give so much as hand soap to anybody in the holding cells.
And you think that would be like the #1 place that you would want to give inmates like hand soap in the middle of a pandemic, right? Like when they're first being taken in? Because those are the people who are bringing in the disease into the fucking jails. Anyway, disgusting. When we were there, I don't know, do you want to talk it on?
So this holding cell was, I'm not good at like spatial reasoning, but it was like really small, and they had about, oh sorry, we had about 9 women in that holding cell with us, and some of them had been there for over 24 hours at that point. Like they were booked in the night before, didn't even get processed until the middle of the night, and were still there at 11:30 or 11:45 p.m. when I got released. They do not provide any pillows or blankets in the holding cells, even if you're spending the night in there overnight. And they also keep the holding cell at like a very crisp 65 degrees. So everybody in there is freezing their asses off. No pillows and blankets, no soap or hand sanitizer. And the officers and medical professionals alike repeatedly ignored a cellmate's request for medical attention. I was there from 2 p.m. to about midnight, and she was asking for medical shortly after we arrived, and nobody saw her until almost 10 p.m. She was having alcohol and drug withdrawals, and they just completely ignored her as she cried and shook and was nauseous in the corner of the holding cell. It was almost more reassuring to know that we were going to be out that night or the next morning at the latest, but seeing all those women in there, not knowing when they were going to get out, not knowing how long they were going to be in that disgusting holding cell, only to know that they were going to go upstairs to a COVID hotspot. The atmosphere was tense, to say the least. The women were all very sweet and all in there on a variation of charges, a lot of them just for probation violation. A lot of other people being jailed on meaningless misdemeanors, just like Gabrielle and I were. The conditions are just absolutely atrocious. From the second you walk in to the second you leave. This county is working on a beautification program for the jail, but I can only assume that's for the outside and the facade of it, because it doesn't look like a mop has touched the floors of that jail since at least 2005. But yeah, I don't really.
When we were in that jail, we met some really nice women. Like, they were fucking nice. They were cool people. And it was so heartbreaking to see them, because you could see a lot of them were addicted. One of them was trafficked. She was a trafficked woman, a prostituted woman, and she said something like, "They keep arresting me, but they never arrest my pimp." They keep arresting me, but they never arrest my pimp. And she said some super, like, profound and poignant things. Like, she was saying, like, banging on the windows and the walls, and, like, you could, like, I don't even know how to describe this. She was banging on the windows and walls and was saying, "Is the reason why you keep us in cells like this because you're trying to do some trauma-based mind control?" And I know it sounds like the phrase sounds fucking weird, trauma-based mind control, but that's what's happening. They put them in tiny ass cells, and they never turn the lights off. And women, specifically her, was talking about she's been locked in rooms, she's been locked in closets, she's been sexually assaulted, sexually abused, and they put her essentially in a place that replicates her assault and her rape and her being trafficked. And these women, a lot of them, their issues could be resolved if there were such a thing as, like, safe injection sites. Do you know what that means? Yeah, it's just some place where people who are addicted can go do their drug in a safe place, where there are medical professionals, where there are doctors to take care of them, and then where people have implemented safe injection sites, they're more likely to get medical treatment for their addiction because it's accessible and it's not stigmatized. They're more likely to get clean. So it was just, if anything, being in jail, just sort of, I know, like, the cops did it to scare us. That was it, period.
Fuck 'em.
Yeah, fuck them. They did it to scare us. But it didn't scare me. The only thing it made me was really tired and sad. And it made me think about all of the people who could easily be kept out of jail if our city would stop blaming things like addiction and poverty and homelessness on an individual's inability to succeed in life. There's this one lady on Facebook, and she posted a comment on our demands and was like, "See, I think that there's a fundamental flaw in your reasoning here. There's a fundamental flaw in your demands. In your world, there's no personal accountability. In your world ignores the millions upon millions of people who were in poverty or had bad homes or were drug addicted, or came from alcoholism or whatever, but they didn't commit any crimes. Your world ignores that." I replied to her and I said, "In our world, we believe in something called transformative justice, which is to say that we believe if you commit a crime, or if you're addicted, or if you're homeless, even if it's something fucking violent and horrible, you should be treated like a person, and you should be given resources that help you integrate back into society. Jail does not do that. Prison does not do that. Prison, if anything, only replicates and further exacerbates the conditions in which people commit crime in order to get imprisoned." I said, "In our world, we believe in the abolition," I don't even know what I said, but I said our worlds are the same world, we just choose to interpret them differently. Because our words, they are the same world. We all live in this world. We all live in the same reality for the most part. Some people live in a very nice reality that, I mean, whatever. But we society. We do live in a society. We live in a society. People are not just individuals roaming out and around and just doing what the fuck ever they're doing. With all full free will, full free choice to just do whatever you want. If you want to go be a billionaire, if you want to go be Jeff Bezos, if you want to go be Elon Musk, go do that. People aren't like that. A lot of us, every single one of us is closer to homelessness than we will ever be to being a billionaire. Every single one of us. Every single one of us is closer to jail and imprisonment than we ever will be to being a member of the 1%. Every single one of us. And that's not necessarily...
It's called 1%.
It is, that's true.
The reason why it's called 1%. Because they're the 1% that are better than everybody else. The other 99%, they control where they try to underneath. That's why they're the 1%.
Anyway, that's all I had to say. Any black people? Say something? It's okay. I can bark again. Nice break, nice rest. Everybody get a water and get some snacks before we get back up.
I've got water and snacks over here if anyone needs it.
Yeah, y'all don't need to agree with everything that's said. I don't agree with everything that's said, but man, some of you are dumber than fuck talking about the prison systems. If you look at other countries in the world where you actually see criminal lower rates of reoffenses, it's because they're being given rehabilitation in the jails. It's not just this punishment like we do in America. What's funny is a lot of you cry and yell about crime and put them in jail, but at the same time you don't understand that breeding factor or the difference of rehabilitation and just punishment, which normally ends up with people coming out, learning more dirty shit in jail than coming back out. I mean, yeah, you can hate the protesters all you want, but for fuck's sake, educate yourself a little bit. Name one country, go look at Switzerland's prison system. There's a long list of them. Just Google search lowest criminal reoffenses in the world. I literally just did, Ryan. And I even told you what to Google to look further. You can see a whole list of them for yourself. Go look at where there's the least amount of reoffenders, and then look at those countries. Like, it's simple fucking reading. For fuck's sake. If you're gonna come into an argument, at least read a few words for fucking shit. Like I said, you can disagree with whatever you want, but there are stats out there that show the effectiveness of offering rehabilitation programs instead of treating the people like fucking animals when they're in jail and giving them more of an anger towards fucking society as a whole. The military is for rehabilitating criminals? Did you think about that before you typed that out, Jessica? Oh, great plan, Jessica. If you could put that into a memo into every citizen in the country, that'd be great. Maybe people just didn't get Jessica's memo of not breaking the law. Oh, I know. There's been people hating and following me for years upon years. My last Facebook account was way worse. Great plan, Martin. Got a great plan there. Okay, so how do you keep them from becoming a criminal again once they do commit a crime? Like, do any of you guys have a thought process past that of, I mean, are they taught anything that's going to help them in jail? Is that something that's happening across the country? Is there anything that's going to help them get out of jail and be a productive member of society, or are you guys just going to tell them don't break the law? Yeah, and this is not Liberty ICT. Ryan, respond to what?
Okay, let's form up. What's up?
Yeah, the non-violent crimes and no victimless crimes, those definitely are taking up a lot of the fucking prison system.
Heels in the front.
Okay, Ryan, that's great that they send people to jail. What do the jails look like? We're talking about what happens inside the jail. Is there rehabilitation programs?
Here. Good. It's all picked out. Yes. We're gonna do it again tomorrow, just so I get you all while most of you are here. We're gonna do it again tomorrow.
Yes, I understand your hypothetical situation of not going back to jail if you never go to jail, but we're talking about what happens when someone's put in jail and if they're receiving any sort of rehabilitatory skills to go back and be a productive member of society. So your hypothetical scenario is thrown out. We're done with your hypothetical scenario of not going to jail. Before they go to jail would be great too. We have a whole shitload of, I mean, that's the thing, we have an actual whole shitload of issues in this country, especially when it comes to different social services, family outreach programs, shit like that. Well, Jessica, would you rather fund people going back to jail, or would you rather fund rehabilitating them so that they become productive members of society? Then they can start help funding as well. What type of criminal they have? They offer rehabilitatory services inside the jails. I don't think that they're just cutting people off. There's countries that try and rehabilitate criminals. I'm not sure why you're having that much problem comprehending this idea that's actually in use as we speak, Ryan. It's literally happening around the world as we speak. Now police have shut down the roads. So there's like not any vehicles coming through or anything like that.
Yeah, I never had a store. What the fuck? You have sales with no store?
And that's the thing, we're like in this weird point in the country where everybody just is like, oh, fuck you, I don't care what you're doing, I don't want to listen to that. And it really doesn't make sense. I don't agree with everything that they're saying out here. I don't agree with everything at anywhere that I cover. But there still are underlying things that you can agree with before shutting someone down. For fuck's sake, she was talking about a prostitute being in jail and y'all were fucking talking shit. Like, Jesus Christ, man. Y'all pretend like you give a fuck about human trafficking and wrongful arrests. Well, there's some issues you could find that you actually agree with. Oh, there's tons of hate on this thread. And what's funny, what's always cracked me up about this shit is there's people talking about how much of a waste of time it is for people to be out here. But they're on Facebook watching and commenting how much of a waste of time it is. So how much more of a waste of time is it to talk shit to these people that can't even see your comments on Facebook? Like, Jesus Christ, you guys do realize that the people can't see what you're saying.
Okay, we're ready. Keep it slow, stay together.
Oh, there's some programs out there, but you should talk to some of the people that use them. Oh, I flipped the camera. You should talk to some of the people that use them, though. A lot of our programs that are out there aren't functioning how they're supposed to function.
Got it.
And that's another thing. Anybody that hasn't been on my lives before, you're welcome to talk shit back and forth. I'm a shit talker right back. So do your best not to take offense to it. But yeah, you're welcome to talk shit in the comments and whatnot. I've had the stash back for a minute now. It's a pretty hot minute.
What do we want? Justice! And when do we want it? Right the fuck now! Black lives matter! Black lives what? Come on! Black lives! Come on! Black lives! Black lives! Come on! Sandra Bland, say her name! Sandra Bland! Say her name! Sandra Bland! Say her name! Sandra Bland! Say her name! Andrew Fitz, say his name. 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 Andrew Fitz. What do we want? Justice. When do we want it? Now. No justice? No peace. Abolish the police. No justice? No peace. Abolish the police. No justice? No peace. Abolish the police. No justice, no peace.
Ryan, I have 100% supplied you with the tools that you need. Instead of having your period in my comments, you could just go Google and go read up on some other countries' rehabilitation services. I'm in the middle of walking and streaming, so I don't have time to cater to you because you don't know how to perform a simple Google search. But I have supplied you all of the information you need to go find that information for yourself. state and city offices. I mean, it's clear this country ain't ready for any sort of revolution. So yeah, it's voting, and it's voting at local levels, not just the president. Shit, don't even just vote. If you're really into it, fucking run for office. People do that shit every day, y'all. I promise you that.
Black lives! Black lives! All black lives!
Nobody requested for the police to block off the road, so it's not like a service that was requested. Oh man, that Axios interview was bad. That Trump Axios, Jonathan Swan. Yeah, that was bad. That was real bad.
Blue lives!
About Floyd after the body cam. There's absolutely nothing that could have happened in that video to where I would condone keeping your knee on somebody's fucking throat until they died, or neck, back of neck. But there's nothing that video could have shown that would justify that to me. You're talking about 4 men holding down one man and keeping their knee on his neck till he fucking died while he was restrained. Yes, I am not Liberty ICT. Well, no, I think they were more pointing at Chauvin's past record of violence and actually other shootings was more where some of those thoughts were coming from. Yeah, that's chalk. One does not equal 4. No, it doesn't. There was an officer on George Floyd's legs, his back, and then you had Chauvin on his neck, and then you had Tao standing up, blocking people from going over to help him. So sorry, there's 3 officers actually on Floyd. If you click on my cover photo, there's actually a picture on this profile of the other side of the cop car.
All right, we're ready. Proceed slowly. The leisurely little walk down whose street? Our street. Whose street? Whose street? I said, whose fucking street is he?
right, remember, vote Trump or else there'll be cities on fire and an out-of-control pandemic and everything that's going on right now under his presidency. Basically, what's happening in our country right now is what's going to happen if you elect someone else, because logic. Still your president. Good job, Jessica. And it was actually a counterfeit 20 that started everything with George Floyd. Just a minor detail.
Yeah, let's slow down a little bit. One member, we're enjoying a beautiful evening in Food Street. Love it. No Trump, no KKK, no fascist USA. 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 No KKK, no fascist USA. No KKK, no fascist USA. No Trump, no KKK, no fascist USA. One, we are the people. Two, say it louder. Three, we want justice for the people. One, we are the people. Two, say it louder. Three, we want justice for the people. One, we are the people. Two, say it louder. Listen. For the people. One, we are the people. Two, say it louder. Three, we want justice.
Ooh, Whitmer coming in with the All Lives Matter. Oh no, things are way too fucked up for it to go away if Trump loses. And not to mention Biden's a fucking piece of shit as well. So, I mean, I don't know. We don't... 2020 to 2024 ain't looking all that hot. I surprisingly don't really mind Joe Jorgensen, but I don't see a third party actually being able to compete.
Black lives, black lives, black lives, black lives what? They what? Black lives, and what do we want? And what the fuck do we want it? What do we want? Justice. What do we want it? No justice. No peace. Abolish the police.
Do you get it, John?
No justice, no peace. Abolish the police. No justice, no peace. Abolish the police. Abolish the police. No justice, no peace. Abolish the police.
Always good to see. Track in pickup.
What are you doing?
Just finally getting out. Late training. We got that fight coming
There's
up.
a Liberty.
How's it going, everyone?
Once again, we're not the same people.
We're not the same people, exactly. I'm supposed to stay right here.
they're still mad at Liberty. John, I need to come on the show sometime. I don't know. You can come on a live with me, John. I think they're blocking Liberty from streaming. So I think they're pissed off at Liberty right now. Just taking my time walking back. There's not really much going on. Pretty sure they're going back to the pop-up park at this point, so I'm just kind of strolling. It's been hot out here, y'all. Oh yeah, well no, if Liberty isn't streaming, then normally his trash will come over to my stream. That's been going on for a while. So it's not unusual for his garbage people to come over into my comments. Maybe they're not going to back to the pop-up park.
There's so many names that we can repeat out here. Why the fuck do we have to keep repeating these people's names? I'm tired of it. We're all tired. Because black lives matter. They what? Matter. Black lives what? Matter. Black lives matter. Say that shit up there. Black lives matter.
Yep, people out the windows.
2, say it louder. 3, we want justice for the people. 1, we are the people. 2, say it louder. 3, we want justice for the people. 1, we are the people. 2, say it louder. 3, we want justice for the people. 1, we are the people. 2, say it louder. 3, we want justice for the people. We are the people. 2, say it louder. 3, we want justice for the people. 1, stay together, tighten up. Stay together, tighten up. Stay together, tighten up.
Alright, let's go.
One, we are the people. Two,
Say it louder. 3. We want justice for the people. 1.
We are the people. Say it louder. 3.
Hey, wait, everybody. Do you see that statue over there where they're sitting at the counter? Do you know what that statue is for? Yeah, Wichita had one of the first sit-ins for civil rights in, like, the history of the country. One of the first ones. Wichita has a rich history of working class people standing the fuck up. Wichita has a rich history of fighting for our civil rights, okay? And
That actually is
that's what
true
we're out
story.
here for, is to continue that history.
In case you guys didn't know that. I don't know if you can fully see that. But that whole statue area there.
Alright, let's make sure all of Wichita. Whoa. We are in Wichita. And Black Lives Matter! Black Lives what? Matter! Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter! And they always have, and they always will, and we'll be out here, so y'all fucking get it! Are we ready, y'all? We ready to get bumping and grooving? That's right. Alright, let's go.
Remember, comrades, do not engage.
While we're paused, does anybody need a drink of water? Are we all good? Staying hydrated?
How's it going?
Let's show our supporters some love. Bye, y'all. Bye, y'all. Thanks for coming.
Remember, comrades, do not engage. Do not engage. Let's carry on.
Talking about. It's funny, we've been talking about like not using systematic incarceration, then I see comments like, arrest them for sidewalk chalk. Good God. Oh, humans.
Alright, now I think we're actually ready this time. And I just want to reiterate a big reason why we're out here is because Robert Layton's bitch ass wants to have people, sorry, that's the person, that's my person. He wants to increase the budget for the WPD by almost $6 million. And amid public crying over the country to defund them. Now, what's on the face of that? Does it make any sense? To me, it doesn't make sense. There might be real love. That's what I thought. So that's also why we're out here. We want to defund the above the police. And
I do like that dog. You know that I always have to stop and point out the puppies. I like animals more than people though, so that's why we always gotta point out the animals. The umbrellas, I don't think that they would be necessary here with how the WPD's responded thus far. But umbrellas started overseas, I believe, somewhere along those China protests. It's for tear gas, water cannons, pepper spray. They use it as like a deflector, and that was kind of adopted by America. You'll see that in like Portland and Seattle and shit. Oh, you're good. I don't think so. I haven't heard anything about hit and run. He was probably talking to you, Jeremy. You are pretty stupid.
No justice, no peace. Into the streets and
That's why we get along.
No justice, no peace.
Jeremy's my most likely autistic brother from another mother.
Into the streets and bust the police. No justice, no peace. Into the streets and bust the police.
That poor dog.
No justice, no peace.
Okay, before yeah, I don't know. I didn't see it here. Yeah, and there's Liberty still being blocked out. Where are they going? I do not know. I don't ever get any information. I basically show up and I stream. So.
No justice, no peace. Into the streets and bust the police. No justice.
There's that doggo.
Oh my God, we're gonna
Yeah, that dog looks pretty bad right now. I wonder if it'll be okay. All those PTSD pets and walking down the street. Poor guy. My guess would be yes, that is a real ninja. And giving out stuff to the homeless community. They have been doing that. I do like that they do that while they're out on their marches.
slowly, everyone. We got people captured.
Damn it, I just dropped my monopod down and now we're going again.
One, we are the people. Two, say it louder. Three, we want justice for the people. One, we are the people. Two, say it louder. Three, we want justice for the people. One, we are the people. Two, say it louder. Three, we want justice for the people. One, we are the people. Two, say it louder. Three, we want justice for the people. One, we are the people. Two, say it louder. Three, we want justice for the people. We are the people. Two, say it louder. Three, we want justice for the people.
I just want to talk about something while we're walking here. I saw a lot of people, I'm sure a lot of you guys saw it, a lot of people on Facebook commenting saying, oh, you don't want what's going on in Portland happening here. Oh, Wichita's different. Oh, Gordon Ramsay works with all of us. He had a barbecue with you guys. You know what I have to say about that? That's optics and that's bullshit. So, to Gordon Ramsay, to Robert Lake, to Brandon Whipple, to all the council members, we're going to be out here. Stop. We're going to be out here. Anyway, we're going to be out here until they actually hear us, until they actually enact some real change, and don't just be giving us the runaround, oh, we did it, oh, we're working on it, we'll look into it, because we're over.
And WPD. Not up there, obviously that's one way.
A lot of the increase for the budget was because of salary increases, all of that shit, because of the FOE. 1 renegotiate the FOP. The FOP is what keeps. The FOP is what keeps abused officers on the force. The FOP is what keeps us spending tons and tons of money on ammunition each year. Think about that. The FOP, look into it. Their contract, you can read it online. That's all. Fraternal Order of Police. Fraternal Order of Police. That's what it stands for.
You're required us to hire 13 new officers this year. Contract. 13.
What?
The contract requires us to hire 13 new officers for the next year.
Not really sure where they're
additional
going.
funding for training, no additional funding for social workers. There are 2 social workers that work with the force. And all that money that the police department is getting, what are they doing? Oh, they're scoping out Robert Layton's house while he's on vacation. 4 officers just posted up there doing jack shit. Bullshit. Stupid. And everybody, while you're here, pick up a piece of litter and throw it away. Make it your goal to at least get 5 pieces of litter before we leave tonight. Because why? Because why? We leave our communities better than the way we left them. No matter what WPD wants to say about us, that we vandalize things, that we arrest and we're aggressive, that's not true. That's not true. You can clip all the Liberty ICT videos you want, it ain't fucking true.
Fuck those assholes.
Brandon, you need to get a hot dog in that picture. Get a hot dog over it.
Something called Liberty ICT.
No justice, no peace. Abolish the police. 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 1, we are the people. 2, say it louder. 3,
Oh, there's a little doggo.
right now.
Okay. Hit the bomb.
Hey, ho, ho, these racist spots have got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho, these racist spots have got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho, these racist spots have got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho, these racist spots have got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho, these racist spots have got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho, these racist spots have got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho, these racist spots have got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. These racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. These racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. These racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. These racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. These racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. These racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. These racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey. You ready to go? I'm Sergeant Sting this shit. What are we doing? These racist cops
Oh,
have
good
got to
comeback,
go.
Richard. Richard Haynem with I Know You Are, but What Am I? Dizzy! Oh, there's two puppies trying to meet.
God is with the violence that is perpetuated by our highest forms of government, by our most powerful people. This is because it's replicated down and perpetuated down to us. If you agree with the abolition of all forms of violence, you agree with the abolition of the police.
Oh, he's gone.
We want to replace the police with people like us, who can be in their own communities and act in a non-violent way. Come and join us. Read about transformative justice. Read about police abolition, because it's a direct descendant of the abolition of slavery. Thank you, people of Napsker Park.
Have a good night and stay safe. And use hand sanitizer and wear a mask. All right, slow down, guys.
Oh, I'm a pretty big fan of this little guy.
I just want to say I'm so proud of everybody. We made so much progress
Always got respect for dog age.
together. I love it. This, squeeze, is what? It's what is growth. It's growth. And what do we love? Growth.
Self-reflection is key to personal growth, and it's key to understanding who you are and your position in this world. Be prepared to take criticism. I saw a tweet today that was like, the good thing about being an anti-racist is that you don't even have to deny your racism. You can just push past it and move through it, so that way you become a better person, all right? So, on to y'all. Mind the bridge as we pass under it.
Yes. Find the bridge.
I think let's take one path. Let's not split.
We're going to go on the one on the right side. We're all going to do each other one, get nice and familiar with each other. So, let's remind everybody, why are we out here? Because Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter! And I just want to say something that a dear mentor said at one of our very first youth gatherings. In order to know justice, K-N-O-W, know justice, you have to K-N-O-W, know peace. And that really resonated with me. So, whenever we say no justice, no peace, we're not just saying that there's not going to be any justice until there's peace, but you also have to understand what justice means and what that looks like in order to know what peace looks like as well. So, no justice, no peace. 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 Abolish the police. No
justice for the people. 1. We are the people. 2. Say it louder. 3. We want justice for the people. 1. We are the people. 2. Say it louder. 3. We want justice for the people. We are the people. 2. Say it louder. 3. We want justice for the people. Black lives matter. 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 We're gonna take a left here, y'all. Take a left now, y'all. Well, not take a left.
Hey, there's a fucking unicorn head over there now by Liberty. But they're still not letting Liberty stream shit. Or they're at least blocking him as good as they can. But there's a unicorn mask person now. And in a purple cape. I don't know how well you guys can see that. Why don't I have a unicorn mask?
Are they still blocking for ICC over there?
They are, and there's a unicorn.
Huh?
There's a unicorn.
Oh my god, that is the story of the day.
I legit don't know why I don't have a unicorn mask. I was given that like 6 foot tall fucking stuffed unicorn. But I do not have a unicorn mask. That's bullshit. I'm trying to walk a little slower. I want to get the details on that. Yeah, I need a fucking unicorn mask. The unicorn head. If these guys are wasting their time and doing nothing out here, think of how much more time you're wasting by commenting and talking shit. Oh, we have another puppy. Another puppy. Always respect the doggos. music, etc. They got really good eggs Benedict, the salmon eggs Benedict, etc.
We want justice for the people. We are the people too. Say it louder. We want justice for the people.
No justice,
No peace.
abolish the police. No justice, no peace. Abolish the police.
My unicorn obsession.
No justice.
I would say it's just something healthy.
No justice.
No peace. Abolish the police.
Are you saying you wouldn't want a fucking unicorn, a mythical fucking magical horse with a horn? Jesus, man.
Abolish the police. No justice.
No peace.
Abolish the police. Abolish the police. No justice.
No peace. Abolish the police.
Black lives
Matter.
Black lives
Matter.
Black lives
Matter.
I want to hear black lives
Matter.
Black lives
Matter.
Black lives
Matter.
Black lives
Matter.
Black lives what?
Matter.
Hey, what?
Matter.
Black lives
Matter.
Black lives
Matter.
Oh, sorry, Ryan. I didn't know liking unicorns were too childish for you. Get the fuck out of here. As you cry in my comment sections, you talk about being childish. I think Alanis Morissette made a song about that. No, I can't even see you, Ryan, because you're commenting. So I don't know for sure if you're crying. I was just guessing by all the bitching you've done on my stream for the last hour that there was possibly tears coming out of your eyes, but I cannot verify that you are in fact crying. So I apologize. But on the real though, are you crying? Like, you can tell us if you're crying. This is a safe place. Even if it's just one teardrop.
Let's keep going. And let's go tell these people that Black lives matter. Black lives matter. Black lives matter. Black lives.
Oh, 2 more doggos. Little corgi. Yeah, I feel like you're lying, Ryan. You're probably crying.
Andrew Finn, say his name. Andrew Finn, say his name. Andrew Finn,
Say his name. Say his name. Say his name. Say his name. Say his name.
Man, I'll get down on some eggs Benedict. Especially salmon eggs Benedict. Don't even fuck with me on that.
Alright, let's keep it pushing, y'all.
Oh, how long has this been going? I feel like I'm gonna have to start a new one in a minute.
And why are we out here? What do we want? And when do we want it? Now. What do we want? Justice. When do we want it? Now. When do we want it? Justice. When the fuck do we want it? Now. What do we want?
I feel like you cry more than that, Ryan. And it's okay to cry. It shows you're in touch with your feelings.
Abolish the police! No peace! Abolish the police!
Black lives
Matter!
Black lives
Matter!
Black lives
Matter!
Black lives
Matter!
They matter, bitches! Black lives
Matter!
Black lives
Matter!
Black lives
Matter! Our streets!
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 Our
Is there something wrong with taking it in the butt, Brad?
Our streets!
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 I love the unicorn head. You're my hero for that.
Even unzip your mask. You just pulled it right the fuck down.
Dude, because it's hot. That's why I'm kind of standing back over my own bubble.
I'm socially distanced. Or trying to be at least.
No KKK, no fascists, USA!
Pretty good night to not be with the ICT, huh?
USA!
Yeah, I figured that was going to happen later.
USA!
There's just some things that you do and don't do as a streamer.
Yeah. Can't claim to be unbiased and then
Do we want to get? Yeah. Let's
I wouldn't go as far as saying I claim to be unbiased.
well, that's what he always
But it just,
says. He always
oh, I'm saying me myself, I wouldn't go that far because
yeah,
there's a
no.
lot of issues that
I think that the idea of being 100% unbiased is just, it's unattainable, but
I've had some of his trash come over to my comments, so
I wouldn't be surprised.
Velocities are slow.
well, no, Ryan, I was just saying that you probably cry more in general than that, and that's okay though. It's good to cry. It's masculine even. It's freeing, liberating. Oh, look at you two.
I can't understand why people are still defending.
Were you?
I don't think people don't hear the word and action
Man, you had fun. I forgot to eat before I came.
and evolve to effect. As people so ridiculously fight, or as if they are complicit in it. It's a machine that is so complex and sophisticated that it can even distort the views of black people, and it affects them directly. You see it is going. We need to be honest. We treat this like it's a disease, because it really is a cancer on society. Once Black Lives Matter, it starts to tear away the mechanisms of oppression for many, as it shows the system in its true form. As a disease, we need to treat it as such. We need to admit there is a problem. Educate ourselves with the damage it has done. Fight with all you can muster. Spread your knowledge so others are afflicted by it. Dear fellow allies, the first step of being anti-racist is to acknowledge your own inherent racism. Until you are able to admit that you were raised in a society that values your life above black and brown people, and you have learned reflex behavior from that upbringing, you can never be actively anti-racist. White friends, it is our job as allies to start fighting racism from within. I'm not going to lie. I haven't always thought the way I do now. I was brought up in a society that made me racist. It infected me with the ideas that were so ingrained in my consciousness, it is still part of my them. I have been complicit in thoughts and actions in the past, which has fed this disease and infected others. But I admit my past mistakes. I seek knowledge to combat my conditioning. I correct my thought processes every day. I pass these ideas on to others, and in a way I can help others understand why I fight for Black Lives Matter. Because until they fully do, we cannot say all lives matter. We are on the brink of disaster for so many reasons as a race, and working together is the only solution that involves destroying the system would have contributed to our demise. All lives matter when Black lives matter, when Black trans lives matter, when Black sex worker lives matter, when Black queer lives matter, when Black GED lives matter, when Black PhD lives matter, when Black homeless lives matter, when Black incarcerated lives matter. That will be the cure.
Chalk. Anybody else want some chalk? Get more chocolate.
What are you doing, doggers? What's her name?
Jinxie.
Jinxie? She's a pup still, isn't she? So the pup that's been walking is Jinxie. Jesus Christ, Whitmer, you are the one that would come on my stream and recite the more dumbass shit, wouldn't you? Oh, Whitmer, you know, that's funny because you're telling people how childish they are and you still don't understand the basic science behind a fucking mask. Like, give me a break, man. No, John Whitmer's on my stream.
Oh, I just said he looks like Hannibal Lecter, and I was like...
It is. It's my Hannibal mask.
Yeah.
Hannibal the cannibal.
Do you have it special made?
No, it was like $7 on Amazon. Ah, so close but so far. There you are. What's up, Chicky? What's up,
You
Chicky?
guys want to put her Trixie? Oh my god, Jesus!
You can still come on a live with me though, John. I'm okay with that.
Why do you have such weird ears? Who knows?
That damn Alex. That damn Alex. Oh, Jessica. Love this. Wait, what is it? Love this suit. Yeah, bro. Really? You just make that reference and you can't even remember a fucking scene from it? It looks like Liberty is still not allowed to come up and play today. I kind of saw that coming though. My God, some of y'all on Liberty's comments, y'all are fucking straight trash. I can understand disagreeing with someone, but my God, some of y'all really want to kill some people for, what the fuck. Well, that's the thing though, like you wouldn't need a permit. You could do this right now. Which also cracks me up, all the people saying everything they say safely from Facebook comment sections. Triggered? No, no, Ryan, no, sweetie pie. I've been doing this for far too many years for a comment thread from a Wichita protest to get under my skin. But you're still safe to cry here. No, Sean. No, I can't, actually. Martin, I have filmed many events that I did not agree with. I don't care what you go out and do. No, I'm not going to harm you. Yeah, the unicorn's blocking too.
Everyone, just a reminder while we're here, please pick up after yourself and pick up a piece of litter while you're here.
Oh, those damn Muslim-trained anti-fascists telling people to pick up litter again. Oh, the horror. Might actually go sit for a minute. Take my ass a seat for a minute. Oh, I'll just chill over here by myself for a minute. Remove my mask and talk some shit to you guys. Where is the real BLM at BLM protests? Well, this isn't a BLM protest, but this was put together by Project ICT. I kind of want to play some drums. I didn't sit down at my drums yet today. I just thought of that. I forgot to eat and do drum stuff today. I need to do both those after this. This is put together by spoiled entitled brats. Okay, John, why are they spoiled entitled brats? Let's play devil's advocate and hear your reasoning out. Which you were one of the people crying about having to have a mask on, right? Thought you would help another independent journalist who's getting harassed, but you probably don't want their attention either. No, it's not that. It's just it's not my shit. It's not like he's being assaulted or anything like that. They're blocking him from getting video because he pissed them off. I've seen that happen a lot over the years. And it is what it is. It's not like there's some sort of weird oppression going on. This group just doesn't want them there. I've watched local media be kicked out of places. I've watched independent streamers that couldn't stop going live during planning stuff. I've watched mainstream media. I've seen all sorts of journalists be evicted from different groups. I don't think so. I don't really know. I found out about this like yesterday or the day before, but I don't really get any information and shit. I just show up and follow. It's just easier if I don't know shit. I'd rather just show up and follow and see what happens. Well, that's not necessarily taking away your rights of free press. Like, he's still allowed to stand there and record, he can try and go around, but your right of free press doesn't protect you from being blocked from an interview or anything like that. That's not how that works. It's like when they're rushing a high-profile arrest to in and out of the courtroom or to the cop car and they fucking block the cameras. There's nothing that can stop that. You can't force people to let them, or to have you record them. It just doesn't work like that.
And he was just like, well, I'm not racist. I'm like, okay, but your silence is complicity. You're not denouncing it. You're letting people be in here.
You keep them on your page
And give them a platform.
and they come and say they're gonna kill us and shit.
Yes, I was just like, how do you expect to have thousands of racist viewers advocating to hit us with cars?
Casey Jones from the Ninja Turtles.
Cut off information from those racists.
I miss old Ninja Turtles.
No, like we don't care that you're a libertarian. He really wants to play the victim card. Like he don't care. He's like, people around here come just not in common. I'm like, okay, with you personally, maybe. But your fucking viewers, no, fuck them. Fuck them. He's like, 5,000 people. That's the weirdest thing. I can't control the you got people on your feed saying racist shit. You can't just be like, hey guys, don't be racist. You got people advocating for eating us cars. You can't say, hey, don't advocate for people to eat us cars. Yes, I can.
He says that he can't control them, but like he's that he controls that people are watching.
Like, I would be cool with him.
Okay, you're getting dramatic over there, Martin. Calm down.
Yes, yeah. Like, I tried to explain it the best I could. Our issue is not with him personally as a journalist, but with the viewers that he's giving a platform to. And he just doesn't want to hear it.
It's like, it's okay, dude. Like, it's weird. Like, you're fine. Like, you're nice guy. But, like, followers, not nice people. They're very bad people.
People were trying to keep from seeing this shit.
Literally, that's
I don't know if you guys can hear some of that, but they're talking about the Liberty audience helping get him kicked out of here for him not ever checking some of the super hateful shit being said in his comments. Which again, I mean, I get it. Because his little piles of human garbage come over to my threads when he's down. And my God, he does have some wretched fucking people following his page and encouraging some ridiculous things. So I get it. I get why they're mad. He doesn't have to control them, but at least be like, hey, could you guys stop talking about murdering people on my page? Oh, it's dramatic when it's about you. No, I mean, I just, as far as being blocked from somewhere I need to be, a 2-block detour is not the end of the world. A 2-block detour is not going to change my day. Yeah, I've seen a few shitty ones on this thread. And that's probably because Liberty's being blocked off. So they're coming over here to run the yippity little mouse. I'm not homophobic, but Ryan, loosen up a little tits. Try it out. You might like it. Liberty's got his page.
Fuck off! Do not instigate these dumbass racists. Don't instigate them. Let them sit in their little fucking civic and talk about Trump.
Well, I mean, Liberty's comments are more of like, are you asking why isn't it okay to just let people talk about killing people and saying horrible shit on something you're controlling? Like, I'm not really understanding your question there, Josh. Why are you not moving around, Brittany? That would be my question. I've been moving around. I'm fucking sitting right now.
No, that's fine. Yeah. Thank you so much.
No, ma'am.
So you go to WCU or you graduate?
Oh, well, so I had an appointment today, but I'm here and I got depressed, and so I left, and I didn't come back. So I don't know.
Which, by the way, the list of names that Kay Alexander keeps on putting, those are WPD victims.
Left of my second, so I'm probably not going to go back to school during COVID-19. I can't do online, so I'm going to chill.
They're trying to get that.
No, Ryan, no coloring books. I hope you brought a tampon, though. I can tell that your comments are probably going to be pretty whiny. Do I believe a journalist is supposed to be neutral? I think that depends on the situation. And it depends on the outlet. But I also don't think that it matters if a journalist remains unbiased these days, because even if the truth shows a side that people don't want to agree with, they're going to call that journalist biased.
For what?
Like, that's just all there is to it. We have a huge problem right now with people accepting any kind of facts that don't go along with what they want, and that's on both sides of the aisle. That's on the right, that's on the left. That is not one group of people that display that issue like every day. I mean, I've seen a lot of good journalists be called biased for just reporting the straight up blunt truths. Like shit, Ford Fisher, my buddy Ford, he lives up in DC, he's at a lot of events, and he literally just videos. Ford doesn't even give his fucking opinions. He videos the right, he videos the left, and he gets called biased left and right, which on his personal page he'll put out his views and whatnot, but through News to Share, like, Ford just literally records and people still accuse him of being biased. I don't know if they mean censor him as much as just stop saying you're going to tell them to stop saying you're going to hurt people and encouraging violence in your. I mean, I get it. I get the complaint. I get both sides. Just search for Liberty ICT and he'll come up. Wait, did I say Google search or Facebook search? Facebook search Liberty ICT. Camille, I mean, I lose track of my audience at times when I'm not paying attention to the comments, but for the most part, I can normally keep my comments pretty under control.
We're going to start getting organized and we're going to head back to
but
the pop-up bar.
That's somewhere where me and Liberty differ. I mean, I talk shit to people. I've been doing this for too many years. I've been through all the different comments from bigger cities, so I talk shit back, and a lot of people kind of bail from the stream once you start talking shit to them back and calling them out by name. I mean, my perspective is people, if they're getting completely straight up shitty, like when in Augusta when these high school kiddos were marching and people were still talking shit to them. It was like the middle of the afternoon, they were on the sidewalk, people are still talking shit to them. It's like, you're kind of a fucking piece of shit. What? These kids could be out doing drugs, breaking shit, vandalizing shit, whatever, and here they're marching on a sidewalk, like following, they're trying to get involved in stuff. That's something you should support. So like shit like that, I'll definitely call people out by name and shit. And then there's also people that sit there and watch my comments and they'll screenshot if there's any real shit people or whatnot, and we'll throw them out to the public afterwards. So there's ways to go about it. Yeah, my first streaming started in Ferguson back in 2014. And I've been in Baton Rouge, Inauguration with Black Bloc, fucking Standing Rock, fucking Boston. I mean, I've been all over this fucking country with these different events. Trump rallies, I've been to, I think I'm at 4 now? I think I'm at 4 Trump rallies. So I don't know, me and Liberty definitely have two different approaches all around. It probably doesn't help that I'm kind of a wise ass all around anyways. But you know, like there's a while there that I was really hitting the white supremacist groups hard. I did an ACT for America email dump a few years back, and I got the neo-Nazi Billy Roper's March Against Sharia canceled, and ACT for America denounced him, and Billy Roper had me all over his side, and I was being thrown on like Chimp Mania and other pure white supremacist hate sites. So I mean, I've been through a lot more as far as audiences and shit like that. I've definitely been through a lot more than Liberty has on the audience side. See, that's one of the things, especially when I see the younger kiddos, like, this is not something bad that they're doing, right? They could be doing such worse shit, right? When I was this age, I was doing worse shit right now. Like, I can 100% promise you that. I was doing way worse shit than getting politically involved in marching in the streets.
Okay, ladies, let's get in order.
So that's just one of the things to remember.
So people in the front, come meet me up here. Up here, dog.
Kurt, I thought you were going to go douche or something.
Hey, Jake's gonna follow us.
Walgreens might have a sale on those.
Which way are we taking that? Should we just take that road?
I mean, hygiene's a good idea, Kurt. You might want to douche. Couldn't hurt. Oh. I forgot that's not timed up.
Alright, guys. Get in right. Get in right. Get in tight. Get in right. Get in right. Get in tight. Okay, by that I mean like get in tight. I was trying to be cute. Get right. Get right. And I have a few of my shield people in the back. Like a couple here. 2, 1 here. Actually, no. I've done that many times, so. How many bikes do we have? I think we got 2 left. Okay, cool. Can you be that?
Go rescue Liberty. They're being called racist. I'm not. Should I go tell them to stop being mean to him? What the fuck do you want from me? You go rescue him, Kurt.
Alright, are we ready, everyone? Yeah. Alright, let's go.
I think Liberty's out here for good for the most part. I mean, I like Liberty. I don't have any issues with Liberty at all. I can see some of the mistakes being made, and I've tried to point some out here and there, try and help him along the way, because I like the guy.
And it is dark, and we have a little bit fewer people, so remember, keep your head on a swivel, be mindful of who's around you, and protect your neighbor. Let's go. Let's go. All right, why are we out here? Because Black Lives Matter! 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 No peace! Abolish the police! No peace! Abolish the police! No peace! Abolish the police! No justice! No peace! Abolish the police! No justice! No peace! Abolish the police! No peace! Get together, tighten up! Alright, everybody, we're going to stay on the sidewalk up here until we get to the crossroads and we're walking. We're pretty quiet.
thought you were an actual person.
No.
There's the Liberty situation.
Sorry, LJ. Let's move, comrades. Let's go.
Alright, everybody, we're crossing. We're crossing. Stay together. Tighten up. Stay together. Tighten up. Walk a little slower.
We have somebody on our side tailing us.
Go on front line. You gotta keep it together. 1, 2, 9 in front.
It might be good to have some lights on in the front so people can see us from the front.
Oh, where's the block? I have reflective vests. God, I'm on it. Back line, let's tighten up a little bit. Let's move it in. Yeah. Construction worker who? Serving meter reader, look. Serving construction worker, giving you life.
Did you know that, why does everybody always talk shit on Google? Google's actually a good thing that leads you to like documents that were not, like not everything from Google is made by Google. You do understand that, correct? That's just a search engine to use to find information from places and people that know about that topic.
Tighten it up. Come on, don't lose the groove now. We've been keeping it tight all night.
Yeah, that was founded like BLM is not one group. Just because one BLM group has gotten larger, made a website and takes donations through Act Blue and blah blah blah. It's not one group. Just like Antifa is not one group of people.
Hey, y'all. All right, keep it moving, but slowly, slowly.
He's following us. He's ours. He's our friend.
Yes, this is a friend. Hey, ho, ho!
Yeah,
These racist cops have got to go. Hey, ho, ho! These racist cops have got to go. Hey, ho, ho! These racist cops have got to go. Hey, ho, ho! These racist cops have got to go. Hey, ho, ho!
So, why is DuckDuckGo better? Like, do you honestly believe that you are finding information on DuckDuckGo that is not accessible from a? I mean, not to mention DuckDuckGo. You're talking about a browser. I can use Firefox and Google search and still find the relevant things. I mean, I don't understand.
Don't entice uneducated bitches. Let them walk. Go enjoy your dinner.
Maybe you should read a book other than your 7th grade history textbook. Did you?
One, we are the people. 2, say it louder. 3, we want justice for the people. 1, we are the people. 2, say it louder. 3, we want justice for the people. 1, we are the people. 2, say it louder. 3, for the people. 1, we are the people. 2, say it louder. 3, we want justice for. Come on, y'all, what's your Let's go. Alright. Carry on.
I did. I said it's not a BLM protest. It was put together by Project ICT.
Because Black Lives what? Matter! They what? Matter! Black
Not
Lives
that most of the naysayers care, because a lot of you are still under the false impression that there's just one Black Lives Matters group.
And that's for anybody that forgot what we're out here walking for.
You better not have forgotten.
Right? It's hard to forget when we're out here every day, but we're gonna be out here.
Stop and go home.
1, 2, 3. Fuck the bourgeoisie. 4, 5, 6. Fuck the bourgeoisie. 1, 2, 3. Fuck the bourgeoisie. 4, 5, 6.
Fuck the bourgeoisie.
1, 2, 3.
Fuck the bourgeoisie.
4, 5, 6.
Fuck the bourgeoisie.
And if y'all don't know what that is, please read above.
Wichita?
1, 2, 3.
ICT stands for Wichita.
4, 5, 6.
Fuck the bourgeoisie.
Jesus, Ryan, have you been crying on my fucking comments for this long and you're not even in Wichita?
No justice.
No peace.
My God, y'all.
No peace.
No, John, it's not all the same group.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
I understand things get confusing at your age, but it's not all just one group. Antifa is not one group. I know you guys want it super simple like that, but that's just not how it works.
Funny how that one guy was like, oh, and they're out here protecting you while you're protesting. Well, where were they at when we got the guns drawn on us? Not that we want them here, but where were they at? Who were they protecting then? Who protected us? Somebody else in the community. Because we protect our own because we care for each other. We're a community. Is that right? Yeah. Is that right? Yeah. I can't hear you. We're a community. Yes. And we're here for everyone in our community. Except that. And racist apologists.
Fuck fascists.
No Trump, no KKK, no fascist USA. No Trump, no KKK, no fascist USA. No Trump, no KKK, no fascist USA.
No Trump. No KKK. No fascist USA.
No KKK, no fascist USA.
No Trump. No KKK. No fascist USA.
No Trump,
No KKK. No fascist USA.
no Trump.
No KKK. No fascist USA.
Stay together, tighten up.
Stay together.
And carry on.
What do we want? Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Justice.
And when do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Justice.
And when do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
Black lives
Matter.
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 and blue lives
Aren't real.
blue lives
Aren't real.
blue lives
Well, the president definitely hasn't been pushing for more accountability in these situations where police do commit crimes, get caught with that, and then face little to no punishment whatsoever.
flag forward. So, yes. Well, that's not the right term. Please. Color guard? Thank you.
Say it louder. 3. We want justice for the people. 1. We are the people. 2. Say it louder. 3. We want justice for the people. 1. We are the people. 2. Say it louder. 3. We want justice for the people. 2. Say it louder. 3. We want justice for the people.
And when we say we want justice for the people, we mean all people. All people that have been demonized and vilified by
You know the funny
our
thing, John?
racist system.
But here you are using a live stream of their event to try and get your message out. So you're kind of at the bottom of the list, bottom of the totem pole on this one, bud.
Yeah, front line, your head should be popping back every 5 seconds. Pop, 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 pop. Yeah, like in your peripheral, just make sure you're not walking in front of everyone. Kind of like a marching band. It's like really, it's fun. Okay, let's continue.
I'm sure you do, John. I find a lot of things amusing that's coming out of your mouth tonight.
That's on what? No justice, no peace. Into the streets and fuck the police. No justice, no peace. Into the streets and fuck the police. No justice, no peace. Into the streets and fuck the police. No justice, no peace. Into the streets and fuck the police. No justice, no peace. Into the streets and fuck the police. No justice, no peace. Into the streets and fuck the police. No justice, no peace. 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 Slow down. Oh, that breeze. All right, let's keep it pushing.
They're going to call you, Kurt. They are going to call you. Everybody in this country is going to rely on you, Kurt Oswald, to fight crime from the rooftops at night. We're sorry to task you with this huge responsibility. Well, Kurt, it looks like your country needs you, though. The police are going to be defunded, and everybody is going to have to call you.
But keep it slow. Because truly, it's beautiful out here, y'all. And it's a beautiful evening to be protesting WTV. I love it. Screw it out! Because we be out here in the fucking rain. Rain or shine. We are the
got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. These racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. These racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. These racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. These racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. These racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey. No justice, no peace. Abolish the police. No justice, no peace. Abolish the police. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. Abolish the police. No justice, no peace. Abolish the police. No peace. Abolish the police. No justice. Abolish the police. Abolish the police! No peace! Abolish the police! No justice! No peace! Abolish the police!
Oh yeah.
Black lives! Black lives! Black lives! Matter! Blue lives! I'm real! Blue lives! I'm real! Blue lives! I'm real! Y'all can take that blue skin off after a 40-hour week. Well, not blue skin, but that uniform. Blue lives! I'm real! Blue lives! I'm real! Blue lives! I'm real! Blue lives! I'm real! And black lives! Black lives! Black lives! Black lives! Black lives! Black lives! And blue lives! Blue lives what? For what? Blue lives! Blue lives!
Yeah, the WPD is blocking off traffic. They got east and west blocked. And then side streets as well.
Yep, and for anybody listening, we'll be here tomorrow at 6 p.m. at ICT Pop-Up Park. Feel free to join us. Bring your bikes, bring your dogs, whatever you want to bring. Bring your energy. And more importantly, bring a friend. Whose streets? 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 Black lives matter. 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 Whose streets? Our streets. 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 Whose streets? Our streets.
USA. No Trump, no KKK, no fascist 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 USA. No Trump.
How long am I at? Since this is, I gotta be around 4 hours. If this ends, I probably won't go back up because I think they're ending. Just an FYI. So if this live goes down, I'll probably just call it good instead of going live again for like 7 minutes.
Say it louder. 3. We want justice for the people. 1. 2. 3. For the people. 1. 2. 3. We want justice for the people. 1. Say it louder. 3. We want justice for the people.
Stay ready, pause. Pause.
I'm not sure which helicopter that is. I think that's from St. Francis. We'll see here in a second if it starts circling.
All right, let's get it back together.
We're moving?
Yep, we're moving.
We're moving. Let's go, come on. Yeah, watch out. Never mind, not coming this way. We're good.
It's all Antifa. I remember when they were saying that Antifa was being trained by Muslim extremists. Because, you know, Muslim extremists hate Americans except for Antifa. That's how that works.
Black lives and blue lives. Blue lives. Blue lives. Blue lives.
Let's continue.
It's all Antifa. Antifa everywhere. Antifa's gonna come hurt your meemaws. Your meemaws and peepaws are not safe from the Antifas.
No justice, no peace. Abolish the police. No justice, no peace. Abolish the police. No justice, no peace. Abolish the police. No peace. Abolish the police. No justice. No peace. Abolish the police.
Tamara, would you be too tired after walking for a couple hours to go to work?
But let's scream because we're about to make it home right here.
Are you going to be too tired from commenting on this
Right
stream?
now,
Black lives. Black lives. Black lives. Black lives. Black lives. No justice, no peace. Into the streets and fuck the police. No justice. No peace. Into the streets and fuck the police. No justice. No peace.
No, and that comment definitely was not about all Muslims. I specifically said Muslim extremists. Like actual Muslim extremists, not some of the hyped up fucking boogeyman shit.
Hey, hey, ho, ho. These racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. These racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. These racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Hey, hey, ho, ho.
What do you want to bet? Jake says American Lives Matters and then also talks a bunch of shit on COVID. Mandates and masks and all that shit.
Hey, hey, ho, ho. These racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. These racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Yeah, man, still make some fucking noise. Hey, hey, ho, ho. These racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. These racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. These racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Hey, hey, ho, ho. These racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. These racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. These racist cops have got to go. These racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. These racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. These racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. These racist cops have got to go. Hey, hey, ho, ho. These racist cops have got to go. But we are the people too. Say it louder. 3. We want justice for the people. 1.
Yeah, so like side streets and shit.
3.
I think this is
We want justice for the people. 1, 2, 3. For the people. We are the people. Say it louder. We want justice for the people.
All right, y'all. We back. We back, and we out here.
Hey, hey.
So I think that's it. I do want to get some B-reel of the biker cops, though. just to have handy on file.
Why are we here? We're here because Black Lives Matter! 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 Black Lives Matter!
Hey, I think that was actually a kind of rad B-reel shot just now on my actual camera. Sorry, y'all, remember, I also shoot with my other camera on here too, so sometimes I ignore you guys for that.
Clothes, house, help teach a skill to somebody who needs it, okay? So that means when we have community actions, you need to participate in those too, okay? It's not enough to come out here and we get 100 people out in the street, but when it comes down to a community pickup on the north side, we get maybe 15 people, okay? It's not enough, all right? So you need to be prepared to take time out of your days and your evenings to continue the actions, because what's going to happen next week? They're going to finalize the budget. They're going to finalize the budget, and we'll be able to make a fuss, but the work continues after that, okay? The work continues, all right? And so right now, what Project Justice ICT is doing right now, we're having a school supplies drive. So if you have money to donate, if you have supplies to donate, donate them to us, and you can find that information on our Facebook, how we're going to gather that up so our kids can go.
I mean, they've actually sat down with the city manager and a few other people, so the city is at least entertaining conversations with them. While you're stuck commenting on my Facebook. So I'll give them that.
All right, and yeah, be here again, 6 p.m. here tomorrow. This is a good place to be because then our
They've actually been picking up their trash every night that I've seen them. And trash along the street as they walk.
Okay, thanks for coming.
And this is just like a cleanup thing. I'm about to go bring my car and pull it up. Can I have like 3 people to stay behind and help me put this stuff up?
Also, if you need someone to walk to your car with you, please stay behind. We will take as many trips as we need to walk all of you to your cars, okay? To make sure you guys get to your car safe. All right. And the reflective vests, we need them back. Thank you.
Alright, y'all, so that looks like it's it. I'm gonna fucking end this and go finish editing. So I appreciate y'all watching. I gotta get this video done though. I don't know if I'll be out here tomorrow. I might be out here tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see.